Oh, come along, Mrs. Thursday, come along.
Yeah, well, you must admit it's not often she's late.
Well, she is this time. I don't know why you called the confounded meeting for this morning.
Because you wanted to know the result of the Burfield scheme by Monday morning.
Anyway, I don't doubt she'll make a decision this morning, not with that deputation coming. Why couldn't they have come during the week?
I expect the weekend's the only time they've got. Don't worry, Joyce will wait for you.
Joyce? I rather fancied young Rose this time.
Now, you leave young Rose to me and stick to Joyce. It's always been a very good arrangement.
Is the meeting over, then?
Oh, my dear, no, it hasn't even started
Ah, but you asked us to be as quick as we could and get back here with the car.
Well, it's not our fault. We've been stuck here like a couple of dummies.
Sorry, everybody, to be late. I'm out of breath running.
Now, Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, just a sec. How do you do, Lady Barker, Mrs. Lee?
Good morning, Mrs. Thursday.
Just till I get me breath.
Yes.
Well, we'd better go off back to our shopping then, hadn't we?
I thought you'd say that. I was hoping we got off lightly this morning.
Joe, please.
Oh, sorry, Bob. Only joking.
Suppose you want to save your money for other things.
What?
We'll get back to Harridge's. If you still want to meet us for an early lunch, perhaps you'd like to ring us at the Starlight Coffee Bar there. We shall be through spending money by about 11:30. You heard that, didn't you? Joyce and young Rose.
Well, we've had our suspicions, but at least we know their names now. Oh, come on. I feel like buying all new furniture and a mink bedspread. That should teach Joe Lever a lesson.
See, we would have been here on time, only Cook's sister ricked her back. And she wouldn't have caught the train, so I sent her on by Rose.
Who? Cook's sister?
No, Cook's sister, no. Cook wouldn't have caught the trains. Oh, what's the matter? What have you got such long faces for?
We are very interested in Cook's sister, but we'd like to get on. The Burfield scheme.
Oh, no, I haven't made up my mind about that yet.
Mrs. Thursday, I would be the first to endorse the preservation of ancient buildings. After all, they are our birthright. But when they become virtual slums...
Dry rot can be cured. And who's going to pay for that? I believe they're starting a fund. It's still a very charming old building, Mr. Charles. The country's full of charming old buildings. Most of them damp, drafty, and ruinously expensive to heat.
Yes, quite right.
Jean, look, when Bates gets back with the car, would you pop out and ask him if Mrs. Trampleasure caught her train? She'd be in a real old 2 and 8 if she missed it. Yes, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Hunter, but I haven't made up my mind about that Burfield business. You see, we've got to look at it on both sides.
Yes, I understand, Mrs. T. Well, you promised Joe and Sir Charles a definite decision when they come to dinner tomorrow night. Won't hurt them to sweat it out till then.
You're not on their side, are you?
On balance, yes. Oh, Mrs. T, if you don't mind, I did tell you that friend of mine from America.
Oh, yes, you want to get off, don't you?
Well, she's only here a few days.
Oh, lady, is it?
It's not like that.
Oh, isn't it? Well, if it isn't now, it soon will be if I know you. Yes, don't you keep her waiting.
Oh, what are you going to do about dinner tomorrow night? There'll be 4 extra and Cook's away.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Look, in the old days, I used to cook Christmas dinner for 20. Big tight, and we used to put the kids in the scullery and they used to eat at the mangle.
Well, why don't you get Lil Bassett to come in and help?
Oh, well, I'll see how I go. Anyway, I've got Sally.
All right, see you later then. Oh, don't forget, it's summertime. Clocks go back an hour.
Back?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, would you page Miss Purcell, please?
Oh, is it Mr. Hunter?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, yes. Just a moment, Mr. Hunter. She left you a message. She'll ring you this evening.
Really?
Yes, well, you see, she got this chance to go on a trip to Hampton Court.
Yes, I see.
Someone else dropped out.
Yes.
And when you didn't turn up for your appointment...
Well, I'm only 5 minutes late.
15 minutes, sir.
What? Oh, dear, my watch is on the blink.
Yes, well, you see, as she said, she could have done at least...
Oh, yes, I know. The Tower of London and St. Paul's. That time they all do.
Exactly, sir. She was sure you'd understand.
Well, I'll try. Bye-bye.
Bye. Reception?
Oh, hello, Ellis. Here, I've had me grub. I'm just popping down the den to see the Hammers.
Oh, footballers. Well, look, wrap up when you go.
Yeah. Soon be summertime, you know, love. Look, put the clocks on tonight, you know.
Look, it isn't summertime yet, so don't go changing into your summer vest before I tell you. I mean, I don't want you ill like last year.
Here's a couple of mates of yours in there to see you.
Who they?
Lady what's-her-name Barker and Mrs. Lever.
Well, I just seen them down at the office. What they want?
Well, by the looks on their faces, Alice, it ain't a social call.
Oh, as if I hadn't got enough to cope with. Here, Bill, I'm doing some cooking this afternoon. Would you like a cheese and onion pie for your tea?
Nah, going straight to the dogs after the match. I won't be back for tea. I'll pop in Sid's Cafe for a nosh.
Oh, here, now keep off his veal and ham pie. You know I upset you last time.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And what about supper?
Well, just a sandwich and a glass of milk. Don't wait up for me.
Milk? Oh, I'm ever so sorry to have kept you waiting. I only just this minute heard you was here.
Oh, well, we should really be apologising to you, Mrs. Thursday, for barging in like this.
Oh, no, I'm glad you made yourselves comfortable. No charge for the chairs. What about a cup of tea?
No, really.
A teeny weeny glass of sherry.
Sherry? Oh, I think we got some.
Mrs. Thursday, I've come about Charles.
And Joe.
Your husbands? What, they've been up to mischief, have they?
How did you know?
Yes, it's been going on for some time, and, well, we're at our wits' end. Otherwise, we wouldn't have bothered you like this.
I can't believe it. You mean they been carrying on, both of them?
Charles is a very attractive man.
Well, women seem to find Joe attractive, too.
Well, of course, there's no account. Are you sure?
Pretty sure, but we can't catch them, you see. They say they're at the golf club.
Well, it's a funny place to take girls, isn't it?
Ah, that's their excuse, you see. They say they're going to play golf, and when we ring, the steward always puts us off.
Now, that's why we've come to see you. We thought that if you rang the golf club...
Oh, but it's not up to me, is it?
Well, I mean, the steward always fobs us off. But if you rang, told him who you were...
Demanded to speak to them on urgent business.
He'd have to admit they weren't there and give you their telephone number.
No, sorry, no, I can't interfere in private affairs. I mean, see, though, chasing girls of their age.
Oh, Joe's still quite a young man. I mean, fairly young. Well, youngish.
Oh, Charles has always stayed very youthful.
Just a couple of boys.
Will you ring, please?
Well, it might be a bit of a laugh. But what would I say, though?
Oh, raise a business question. Anything.
It's for their own good, Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, is that the Sunny Hill Golf Club? Just a minute, please.
Hello? Oh, could I speak to Sir Charles Barker or Mr. Lever, please? It's Mrs. Thursday here. Would you tell them it's on urgent business? Yes? Oh, no. I can't hold on for an hour. Oh, I see. Oh, well, no, thank you. Oh, it's all right. Thank you. He says he'll fetch them if I like, but they're halfway round the golf course.
Ah, that proves it.
Well, he could be speaking the truth.
Men always stick together. Oh, wait a minute. They're supposed to be lunching there tomorrow. If you rang about 1, they'd either be in the bar or the dining room.
Oh, me ring.
Or it's a pack of lies. Oh, will you?
Well, I suppose, but...
Oh, you are a poppet.
Excuse me, Mum, but I'm just taking your lunch.
all right, Sally.
Now, there's the number of the golf club, and we'll be in touch tomorrow.
After 1 o'clock.
I see.
Thank you. It's very good of you to have seen us, Mrs. Thursday.
Well, until tomorrow, then.
Yes, but you are all coming to dinner tomorrow night, aren't you?
Well, that rather depends, doesn't it? Oh, by the way, don't forget to put your clocks on tonight.
Oh, not likely. You're only the third one to remind me.
Oh,
Well, goodbye, Mrs. Thursday.
Yes.
And thank you.
thank you very
Goodbye.
much. Bye-bye.
Your meal's on the table, Mum. What's so funny, Mum?
Oh, you can't tell a bottle by the label, can you, Sally?
No, Mum.
Here. You don't go out with older men, do you, dear?
No, I do not.
All right, no offence, only some girls, you never know what they're going to pick up these days. You know what they call it now, don't you?
What?
Golf. That's the latest word for it. Oh, Sally, take the groceries to the kitchen. Hello, Mr. Hunter. You're back early. Sent you off with a flea in your ear, did they?
Oh, I missed her.
Oh, that was me keeping you talking. Here, what's she like? Is she young? I mean, you don't mind me asking, do you?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, she is quite young.
Oh?
Well, not too young.
Ah.
See her again tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, then you could give me a hand today, couldn't you?
Yes, of course. Matter of fact, I've been thinking about this Burfield business.
Oh, no, not about that. Oh, no, it's to help me about tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening?
The Barkers and the Levers are coming to dinner, you know, tomorrow night.
Oh, I know. What do you want me to do?
Oh, give me a hand in the kitchen. Well, you never know when it might come in useful. I phoned Lil and she's coming over to help too.
I think I fancy a bit of cheese.
And there was Ethel, wearing this red dress, red marquee with her figure. And she says to me, she says, I look like $1 million, don't I? That's what she says. And I says, yes, Jack, all in halfpennies. Oh, love!
Mr. Hunter, when you've done that, you might stone me a few dates, will you?
Stone you a few crows.
Alice, you're not listening.
Oh, sorry, you're all right. What did Ethel say to that?
Oh, never mind, Jack, never mind.
Here you are, a few dates. Make your fingers lovely and sticky. I'll just get the tipsy cake.
Mrs. T, is it absolutely necessary to get everything ready 24 hours before the event?
Look, you don't get things out of packets all ready to eat, do you?
It'd darn sight easier if you did.
What do I do with this now?
Put it for 2 minutes in the mixer and then 350 in the oven.
Okay.
One for you, and one for me. One for you, and one for me.
Ah, all right, make your fat, Mr. Hunter.
Like a blooming spaceship in here.
Well, full steam ahead then.
Aye, sir.
Oh, no, Lil, look, messing about. We shall never get through.
Anything on the radar?
Oh, it gets very hot, the topic, sir.
Oh, excuse me. That'll be for me, I think. That is if she hasn't beetled off to Bond Street before I get there.
Those over there, will you?
Oh, he's a right giggle, that old Hunter, isn't he? Who's he got ringing him up, then?
Oh, some American lady.
Don't tell me he's got a Yankee bird, Alice.
No, nothing like that. Somebody just here on holiday.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I do understand. 12:30 tomorrow. Yes, fine, I'll be there. Oh, sorry, I'll have to go. Something's happened in the basement. See you tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Oh, it went right up my arm.
It might have killed you, you silly ape.
What's the matter?
Oh, she went and stuck a knife in the toaster.
Well, there was some crumbs down it.
Without switching it off?
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, Mr. Hunter. Have I blown all the fuses?
Yes, the power's gone. It's fortunate the lights are okay.
I'm a silly nit. I'm ever so sorry, Alice.
No, it's all right. Bates will fix it.
But, hey, I thought Mr. Hunter was supposed to be the man of the house.
No, better leave it to Bates. It's his job.
So I don't think I'd better interfere.
Now, we better pack up now. I think it's nearly midnight.
Yes, or 1 o'clock if you had the extra hour.
Oh, Mr. Hunter, won't the clocks all be stopped?
I suppose they will. Oh, not the one in the drawing room. That's not electric. Well, I'm off up the wooden hill. I mustn't miss Betty again tomorrow.
Now, you better leave a note for Sally to call you early. Now then, where did I leave Bill's supper?
It's over there by the mixer, Duck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and tell her to just Lil and Milk clear up the mess in the morning. Oh, good night, Mr. Hunter.
Good night, Mrs.
Come on, Lil.
Coming.
Night.
Oh, you won't forget about that deputation tomorrow, will you?
Not likely.
Night-night then, Mr. Hunter. Not a word to Bessie.
Left to work by the clock tomorrow, Lil.
Oh, don't worry, Duck. We'll manage somehow and I'll be dead serious, promise. Oh, I left my bag. Shall I do the clock while I'm there?
Oh, yes, might as well.
Right.
Hello, love. What are you doing then?
I've just been doing the clock. Hey, yeah, you put the clock back.
in the springtime and on in the autumn, don't you?
Nah, it's the other way round, love.
Yeah, that's what I done. Yeah.
You leave it to me, I'll fix
No,
it.
I done it, Bill, I done it. No, no.
Right. Put the clock back in the autumn, the silly old bag.
Oh, what a mess. Oh, hello, Mr. Lee. I'm just going up unless there's anything you want. Is that clock right?
Nah, that's wrong. Little put her back, the silly old faggot. With 1 hour on, it should be 3:10.
3:10.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got to be up at 7.
Oh, good. Now, if she put it back 1 hour, I'm going to put it forward 2 hours. 1, 2, 3:10.
Oh, morning, Sally.
Morning, Mum.
You must have been up early.
I was up at 7 as usual.
Oh, little me, was it going to help you clear up all the mess?
Also, I put the electric clocks right by the sitting room clock.
Oh, well, that was no good, dear, because they're not working. The fuse went.
And I mended the fuse.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have, because that was Bates's job.
Well, he wasn't here, so I did it.
I don't know what we'd do without you. Look, I took my wristwatch off and, I put it down when I was cooking.
Here it is, Mum. It stopped. I didn't like to wind it.
Oh, no, that's right, dear. Oh, that deputation's going to be here before I... Look, Sally, run up and tell them I'm just about to start the bacon.
Oh, you no need to do that, Mum. I can easily.
Now, look, don't go into all that again. There's plenty for you to do later on.
Well, you can just have your cup of tea first.
What are you doing this morning, Bill?
Oh, I think I'll go for a walk up the park, Alice.
The day you go up the park, I shall die laughing. Up the pub, you mean?
Well, through the park and up to the pub. Fresh air, it works up me first for me.
Yes, we're having dinner at 2, mind, so don't stay in the pub till they chuck you out.
As if I would, Alice.
Oh, Lil, we can't sit here like two broody hens. We got 5 beds to make this morning, and that blessed deputation is coming, you know, from the Burfield about the Burfield business.
Oh, talk about the idle rich.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, got me doing it now. Can I help you?
Yes, Miss Purcell, please.
Oh, yes, it's Mr.
Hunter.
Oh, yes, of course. Just a moment, sir. Lovely morning.
Oh, beautiful. I overslept.
Overslept? Oh, good morning, madam. Mr. Hunter to see you. Yes, madam. She says, is everything all right?
Everything's fine. Ask her how long she's going to be.
Mr. Hunter says everything's fine, and how long are you going to be? Couple of hours, sir.
Couple of hours?
I think she was asleep. She sounds very drowsy.
Oh, does she indeed? Can I speak to her?
Yes.
Bessie? Bessie, can you hear?
Hello, Miss Purcell? I think she's fallen asleep again, sir.
What?
If you listen carefully, you'll hear, well, snoring.
Oh, Jove, I think you're right. Bessie? Bessie? Bessie! Oh, I think she's turned over on the other side.
Perhaps
perhaps you could come back again later, sir.
Yes, well, no doubt I could, but considering we made an appointment and I gave up breakfast to keep it.
It's hardly my fault, sir.
No, of course not. I'm sorry. But if this is her idea of getting her own back, I consider it childish in the extreme. You can tell her I shall be at home if she's awake enough to telephone.
Hello? Sunny Hill Golf Club. I'd like to speak to Sir Charles Barker or Mr. Lever, please. Would you ask either of them to come to the phone? Look, I don't want none of your cheap young men. Oh, you admit it, do you? Well, if they're not in, where are they? Look, I'm not their keeper neither, though I think they need one. Silly fools, men of their age.
I've done the spuds, Alice. What shall I do now?
Oh, you can stand on your head on the doormat and sing and whistle God Save the Queen through the letterbox for all I care.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, Lil, but really everything's topsy-turvy this morning.
I'll just take some sherry and biscuits into the drawing room, Mum.
Ah, now you're talking. Well, I don't know. She's certainly got her this morning, hasn't she? Oh, that would be Hall, Hortense. You may go.
Very good, madam.
Oh, good morning. Is Mrs. Thursday at home?
What name, sir?
I'm Captain Ashby with the Burfield deputation.
Oh, do come in, please, sir.
Thank you.
Kindly tell your mistress we're here. I'm Mrs. Burke Sadler, and this is Miss Crisp.
I'll just see if Mrs. Thursday's at home.
Oh, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Captain Ashby. We're from Burfield.
But surely you can't be the woman who wants to destroy part of our heritage.
I don't want to destroy nothing.
Do you realise that the clock itself is over 200 years old and still keeps perfectly good time?
Yes, it was made by Mr. Benjamin Burfield. The town itself is named after his great-grandfather. It's on top of the market hall.
Well, isn't that nice?
And you want to tear it all down?
I don't want to touch your blooming clock.
You don't?
What, you mean we can go back to Burfield and say that the clock is safe?
You can go back to Timbuktu for all I care.
Oh, we shan't forget this day.
No, neither shall I. Well, it's nice to have met you, I'm sure.
Morning.
Mr. Hunter, thank God you're here. These people there from Burfield or somewhere come about a clock. I think they're...
Oh, Burfield. Oh, yes. Well, it's Mrs. Thursday you want to see. There she is.
I thought...
Good morning.
Well, pleased to have met you, I'm sure. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll just get back to my veg.
Is this some kind of joke?
We've obviously been wasting our time.
A little mistake, I think. If you'd have given her a chance to explain, she'd have told you who she was and who she wasn't. Oh, well, never mind. Come in and make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, thank you.
There, sit down.
A lovely room.
Where do you like?
Shall I sit over there? Thank you.
Captain Ashby, do you want to sit down here?
No, I'll stand. Thank you very much.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Thursday, I do think you ought to realise that the clock itself is over 200 years old and still keeps perfectly good time.
Excuse me, but that was one of the bits I could hear from upstairs.
I think we ought to begin by thanking Mrs. Thursday for seeing us.
Oh, it's a pleasure, I'm sure. And it's only right we should hear both sides.
You see, this market hall is the pride of Burfield. It's all of 300 years old.
And if I may say so, full of dry rot and death watch beetle.
Entirely due to the neglect of people like Mrs. Thursday.
Me? What's it got to do with me? Well, I mean, if you know so much about it, why couldn't you do something? Oh, why couldn't you?
Responsibility for its proper maintenance surely remains with its owner, yourself.
Well, if you were so worried about it, seeing as how it's your pride and joy, you could have let me know.
You're not going to be allowed to get away with this wanton destruction.
Oh, like that, is it?
I think, Captain Ashby, that you better tell Mrs. Thursday about the resolution at our last meeting.
Yes. And it's my duty to inform you that in the event of your refusal to abandon the so-called Burfield redevelopment scheme, we and our supporters are pledged to boycott the new shops you propose to build on the site.
Oh, well, you've got to do what you think right, haven't you?
We mean it.
I'm sure you do. But you won't get me to change my mind by coming here with those tactics.
Mrs. Thursday, we have powerful public support. I warn you.
Look, I don't want no warnings. If you want to talk, we'll talk. But if you start threatening, we'll just get nowhere.
I think perhaps we'd better leave Mrs. Thursday to think things over. I'm sure on reflection she'll see the justice of our claim.
I think that's better.
The town needs this new centre, you know. If you think you can persuade 100,000 people to keep away from something they really need, you're barking up the wrong tree, I'm afraid.
You rang, Mum. Sally, I think our visitors are ready to go, dear.
You can't get away with this, Mrs. Thursday. It's vandalism, and you are responsible for it. I suppose we should have seen this and expected it.
Well, I don't want to argue any more this morning about it.
Oh, Mrs. Burke-Sadler, do come along, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, I think they're having a great disappointment. I'm very sorry she can see it.
Well, really, I think it's disgraceful.
Well, talking to me as if I was something the dog had brought in.
You gave as good as you got, as always.
I can't stand those women that think they know everything. Another minute and I'd have told her off proper. It's a pity Sir Charles and Mr. Lever wasn't here, the naughty boys.
Oh, hardly boys.
Oh, men are all boys, Mr. Hunter, second nature. I thought she was going out to a meal. She hasn't stood you up again, has she?
No, she's still in bed.
Oh, I wish I was.
Yes, so do I. I think I ought to ring her. I left rather a sharp message.
You haven't lost your touch, have you, Mr. Hunter?
Hey, Alice, who was that lot then? Like visiting day at the hospital.
What are you doing back so early?
The pub was shut. Hey, they must be on strike. Here, straight up, Mr. Hunter, if I was 20 years younger, I'd immigrate.
Here you are. Have a drink here.
Yeah.
Fact is, we're all going to have a drink. We need it.
I can't understand about that pub. It's a mystery. Here, well, what's this?
Amontillado.
What?
Sherry.
Cool. Well, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Here, what are we drinking to, anyway?
To dry rot and the death watch beetle.
And, old clocks and fluffing their keels.
Well, that's the potatoes sorted.
Dinner ready? Mealy? Oh, well, I come down to see if I could give you a hand.
Well, most of the hard work's done. There. Oh, Alice, did you get rid of that deputation?
Oh, don't talk to me about that lot. Here, have you sorted these?
Not yet.
Oh, well, never mind, I'll do it.
Oh, fancy them thinking I was you.
I wish you were sometimes.
Oh, you don't mean that, Alice.
I do.
Hey, Alice, wait! Wait, potatoes! I mean, salad!
Now, I like plenty of salt in potatoes. Honestly, there's times when I feel like giving the whole lot away, the whole 10 million of it.
Well, if you're going to do that, Alice, let me know when. I'll be there holding my apron out. I could do with an odd million. Oh, cheer up, duck. It's only money.
Here, let's leave all this. Let's pop upstairs. I feel like having another little sherry.
Oh, come on then, let's push the boat out. You know I'm a real devil when I get the flavour. Come on then. Yeah, have a coffee and a wine gum and I'm anything.
Yes, I know I was a trifle early, but I was determined not to be late, and there is such a thing as British summertime, you know. Well, you put the clocks forward. It's extra hour of daylight. Yes, well, you stick it on in the morning, take it off at night. Well, don't worry, no one else does. Yes, I know I didn't give you any warning. Yes, this evening, 7:30. Oh, it'll be fine. And this time, let's both be early, shall we? See you later, then. Bye-bye. Oh, those potatoes, I'm full of salt.
Good for the cramp.
Mrs. T, do you mind if I don't join you for dinner tonight?
Now, you're not trying to dodge Sir Charles and Mr. Lever, are you?
No, of course not. It's Bessie.
Oh, Bessie, your American girlfriend.
Oh, he's not my American girlfriend. Of course, if you'd rather I stayed.
Oh, no, I wouldn't like to deprive Bessie of your company. You go and enjoy yourself. Now, get it from the tap, as others need this besides you.
Ah, Alice.
There you are.
Yeah, it's a nice time to give us them salty spuds with a beer strike on, isn't it?
Here, wouldn't you rather have a drop of tea?
Oh, nothing I'd rather have.
Yeah, the government's behind this, you know. Part of the squeeze. Yeah, shutting the pub so you can't spend your money.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to last the day. He's not used to going without his beer. I think the shock's going to finish him. Oh, come on, Lil, and leave him to his misery.
It's no laughing matter. Here, they might make an announcement on the telly.
Sunday afternoon farming program. This week, the health of your herd. Here's a dairy farmer to talk about epizootic lymphangitis.
Are you sure you won't stay and have a cup of tea?
No, really, thank you. We only popped in for a second to see if you'd, checked up.
Oh, yes, I did, and they weren't there. And I got the same answer as before, only ruder.
Well, that proves it as far as I'm concerned. You know, I blame Charles. It's his fault. Joe's so easily led.
Well, that's hardly fair. Charles has never shown the slightest interest in other women.
Till now.
Well, exactly. It just shows that Joe put the idea in his head.
Oh, now, look here. I'm not going to stand
Oh,
here
dear,
and
oh,
listen to
dear.
Joe.
If you two don't stick together, they'll be laughing.
Yes, you're right. What shall we do?
Well, ask them to explain for a start.
What is there to explain?
Well, you don't know till you've asked them, do you? Fair's fair. I mean, don't hang them till they deserve it.
Yes, you're right. We'll face them with it. We'll have it out once and for all.
Yes, and if they are deceiving us, we'll walk out and leave them to stew.
No, wait. That way they'd be getting what they want. No, I shall stay on and make Joe's life hell.
There, now you're talking. And if you want to referee, give me a ring.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, look at the time. The pubs might be open now. Oh. Let's get down there and have a look. Hey, they didn't say a word about the pubs on telly. Censorship, that's what it is, Alice. I'm going down to see if they're open.
Here, Bill, you don't want to have your dinner with us tonight, do you?
What, with that mob? Nah, the kitchen will do me, love. It's comfortable in there.
Well, I'm off too, Mrs. T. I expect I'll be back before the guests leave. Have you thought any more about that Burfield business?
Oh, yes, we're going ahead with it.
I think that's right.
And we're going to do what we can about that clock. So ask the architects to find a good place for it, somewhere right in the centre.
Oh, that'll do the trick. Split the opposition for a start. It's a very good idea.
Oh, I'm full of them.
Hello, where's Sally? Well, I hope you don't mind, Alice, but she's had a quarrel with her boyfriend, so I sent her off to make it up with him.
You what? Well, you got a nerve, haven't you?
Come off it, Alice. You was young once.
Well, who's going to wait a table tonight?
Well, I'm the only candidate. I will.
Look, you're having your dinner with us. I asked you to come and help me, not to work
What
for
else
me.
do you think I've been doing all the day? Oh, but Lady Barker over there, I couldn't, Alice. Oh, no, and they'll all have their jewels, you know, their tiaras, their doodahs, and...
Borrow some of mine up in the bedroom, help yourself.
Oh, Alice, you mean I can have real sparklers?
Oh, borrow what you like. Only first of all, you've got to come and help me lay the dining room table for getting rid of Sally.
Oh, Alice. Oh.
Oh, come on, Diamond Lil.
Come up and see me sometime.
Yes, Madam.
madam, I have. And the car should be here any minute. Yes, madam. Just on his way up your bags. Thank you. Oh, good evening, Mr. Hunter.
Evening.
Once more onto the breach.
Yes, Miss Purcell, please. She's expecting me.
Really, sir? That's funny. She's not long since gone out.
Oh, no. Well,
Runnymede.
that's at least an hour's journey.
2 hours there and back, sir.
You sure?
Oh, yes, she told me herself how much she was looking forward to it.
When did she tell you?
Last night, sir, when she came in.
Then she's known about it all day.
It's part of her itinerary, sir.
Damn her itinerary.
Sorry, sir, there must be some mistake. Any message?
Not one that will be fit to repeat.
Leo, they're here.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. T. I forgot my key.
Oh, you haven't come back just for that, have you, Mr. Hunter?
No, I missed her again.
Was she still in bed?
No, she's out.
Oh, well, never mind. Here, I'll put you next to Lady Barker tonight for a treat.
Oh, well, that'll cheer me up, I suppose.
Yes, hope she's in a good mood.
Well, she's always in a good mood.
Yes.
Mrs. T, you're up to something. You've got that look.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my goodness.
Here, if I didn't know I was sober.
You think I was an angel from heaven?
Put a light bulb in each hand, love, and I'd think it was a chandelier.
That ever so feel good.
Here, Alice, you got any beer in London? There ain't a pub open between here and Charing Cross. It's a national emergency.
Look, I've got a few tins in the fridge I was keeping for a rainy day.
Rainy day, blimey, this is a monsoon.
How do I look?
Glittering.
Not too flash.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion, Leo?
Like what?
Like, come upstairs and we'll start all over again from the Tarara to the Bundio.
Oh.
And they're the sort that's supposed to have manners. Hours late, not so much as a phone call.
Would you like me to ring them?
No, I wouldn't. There's been enough phoning for one day.
Quite right, too. It's their place to ring Alice.
Poor old Lil, all dressed up like a Christmas tree and no Father Christmas.
Oh, it's not funny.
It's been a last weekend, really, hasn't it?
Been a dead loss. Oh, well, I might as well go to bed. I've got to be up early in the morning for work.
Oh, we'll have a bit of supper first.
Oh, now pass it, Alice. It'll choke me. Ta-ta. Night-night.
Night.
Oh, Caulfield, that hour don't half make a difference.
Yeah, done it. It's 10:20. I had a kip this afternoon and I'm still tired out.
Missing that hour.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyway, you found your way to the drink.
Oh, yes, I had a couple, Alice, but I don't like that stuff in tins. And you didn't ought to put it on the fridge, neither. Cold beer chills me stomach.
Still, you drank it.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy it. It was option's choice, wasn't it? Right.
Night. Mrs. T, why don't you let me telephone them?
No.
You know why they haven't come, don't you?
Oh, well, I expect there's been a rare old rumpus. I suppose I can tell you now. You see, according to Lady Barker and Mrs. Lever, their husbands have been carrying on. Couple of girls on the side.
Joe and Sir Charles?
I was serious.
Well, proves they're alive at any rate. Who'd have thought it? Who are they?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's true. I only go by what the wives say.
That's a turn up for the book, I must say.
Still, I'm worried. Not about that, but everything. It's been a funny sort of a day. Everything seems out of wonk.
Out of wonk. That's a good word for it.
Oh, well, we may as well lock up.
End of an imperfect day. I'm off to bed.
Me too.
Not a day I care to remember.
No, nor me neither.
Out of work. That's the word for it.
It's the police. I told you it was a national emergency, Alice.
You go back to bed, Bill. I'll see to this.
Lady Barker.
Hello, Mrs. Thursday here. Who? Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter!
Yes?
Wanted on the telephone.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, so you have made it, finally. What's happened?
Are we very late?
No, not so as you notice. Oh, go on in there and get yourselves a drink.
Joe,
Oops, I've given you up. I thought it was you, know.
Oh, that's all over. It was a ghastly mistake.
Not the only one.
Those two girls turned out to be Frank Joyce and Sir Arthur Rose.
Oh,
and
no.
as for that ridiculous steward at the golf club, well, you
Oh,
just wait
yes.
till the next annual general meeting.
What did you say? Early, but 2 hours early, but it's 10:20.
8:20. What's the matter with your clock, Mrs. Thursday? It's very fast.
Oh, no, it's you. Your clocks are all wrong. You see, it's British summertime. You didn't put them forward.
And British summertime says it is precisely 8:20.
Just coming up to 8:21.
Would you give the ladies a drink?
Yes, yes.
Give us the clocks.
Bill!
Yes?
Have you put the clock on?
Well, I had to fix it, you see, Alice, because Lou put it back 1 hour, and I had to put it forward 2 hours.
Ah, so now we know. Did you hear that, Mr. Hunter?
Yes, Miss T, I heard. Yes, yes, Bessie. Well, the next time you're in Europe, then. The end of October? Oh, no, that's when we put the clocks back.
It's all very embarrassing, Mrs. Thursday. Are you sure you want us to stay?
Oh, it's quite all right. We'll soon warm it all up again.
Good grief.
Oh, my God, they're here. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
I've got an idea. Why don't we all go out somewhere?
Ah, there's a nice little restaurant at the end of the road.
Oh, I rather fancy the Ritz, don't you? Or the Savoy.
Well, someone had better ring up and book a table.
Oh, well, I'll see to all that. And remember, the treat's on me.
Savoy! Oh, lovely duck with the diamonds, eh?
Well, hurry up.
Yeah, won't be a tick.
Would you mind waiting here while we get ready? Thank you. Here, Mr. Hunter. We're all going out to dinner, see? So would you ring up the Savoy and book a table for 7?
I'm never off the telephone, just like the office.
Alice, have you thought any more about this Burfield business?
Oh, yes, I have, and I've decided we're going to pull it down before it falls down. And that clock, that's going on top of the new place.
Hey, it'll cost us thousands. Redesigning our plans, probably taking it to pieces.
No arguments, because we haven't got the time.
Restaurant manager. Yes, I want to book a table for 7, please.
Here, and ask you and Bessie.
Oh, that's a good idea. Make that a table for 8, will you, please?